Complete dangerous evacuation efforts in Kabul as Taliban forces close in on the Afghan capital.
These soldiers and Marines that are fully kitted out, putting on night vision goggles, landing in Kabul, taking positions at the airport, they're going to a combat zone, are they not?
They're certainly going into harm's way, Lucas, and they will have
zone?
Lucas, they will have the right of self-defense. They will be armed.
But the Pentagon is refusing to call it a combat mission despite sending 3,000 troops back to the capital. So were Biden's withdrawal plans premature? Let's ask outnumbered co-host and former White House Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany. Kayleigh, no matter where you fall, leave the troops or take them away, we're in a lot of trouble there now. And now you got to send 3,000 troops there to evacuate the embassy.
It's a huge problem, Lawrence. Just before we came to air, Axios came out with a report saying there has been, quote, a stunning reversal of expectations among Biden's top aides. They've basically conceded that we will not have a diplomatic presence there as of August 31st. This is, again, according to Axios reporting. And they used to believe that they would have time to negotiate an exit, time to make sure that our diplomats were safe. But it looks like now there's an evacuation effort underway. This is stunning. Think about this, Lawrence.
Whose fault is this,
the American
Kayleigh?
Flag.
Is this Biden's
fault? It's Joe Biden's fault.
Yeah.
Yes, it's Joe Biden's fault. Mike Pompeo and President Trump made it very clear to the Taliban, when we're out, you are not touching an American. They made clear that there were deterrence models. There were ways to make sure that we kept that country safe. Biden, it's crumbling, and we're going to see that American flag, Lawrence, come down off of the U.S. Embassy, a place that we've occupied for years and years and years. I hope it doesn't happen, but it's certainly looking that way.
Yeah, Kayleigh, we're already getting information from sources on the ground that they were told to shred all the information, confidential stuff, just in case it's invaded. I mean, as an American, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, exactly. They're making sure that this was, by the way, let me say, this was not just a place where our diplomats operated. It wasn't just an embassy. It was also an intel gathering depository. So they have to destroy those documents. They have plans in place for that. But Lawrence, the real travesty here, beyond seeing this country fall, is the Afghans who have helped Americans for 20 years, who are fearing for their lives. One saying, I'm going to burn myself in front of the embassy just to get the United States' attention. We cannot betray these individuals who for 20 years helped us as our allies, and now their lives, their families, their wives are under threat.
Yeah, and this was a man that was supposed to have so much foreign policy experience and that was going to lead on this issue. Obviously not. I want to switch gears to you. Apparently there is evidence that has now been presented to a grand jury in the Durham Russia probe, a sign that he may be considering additional criminal charges. Do you think we're going to finally see something, Kayleigh?
It's about time. Where has Durham been? I was told he was investigating. He's taken longer than Robert Mueller. Yeah, you're right. The reporting says that these are low-level individuals within the FBI who gave erroneous tips about a Russian bank working with the Trump campaign. But why has this taken more than 2 years? I know that we've had COVID going on. This has been too slow. I hope we see some accountability.
What about Comey and the leakers? You know, Lisa Page colluding against the President of the United States. What about all those big actors, though, Kayleigh?
Oh, yeah, Peter Strzok, McCabe, the list goes on. Apparently, they're going to walk scot-free if what we're reading is in fact true. And the media's culpability in all of this, remember, it was Russia, Russia, Russia in 2016. That was a lie. But then there was no Hunter, Hunter, Hunter in 2020 because the media simply did not care as they carried the water for Joe Biden.
You know, it's all fun and games until this same, and I'm not talking about the rank and file, till the leadership starts spying on journalists. Do you think they'll speak up then? Because they do have the capacity to do that.
Well, you'd think so, unless it's Tucker Carlson, who apparently was spied upon, and they just simply do not care. So it's all partisan. They don't care if it's a Fox host, but they would care, I'm sure, if it was someone over at CNN or MSNBC or the AP, et cetera.
No integrity at all. Kayleigh, thank you so much.
Thank you.